What happened to the mighty empires that once ruled the world? Civilizations like the Maya, Mesopotamia, ancient Rome, and the Indus Valley built vast cities, complex societies, and powerful armies, only to vanish or crumble into ruins. But why? Was it war, famine, natural disasters, or something deeper, like internal corruption or environmental collapse? History is full of mysterious clues and chilling lessons. The fall of ancient civilizations isn't just a tale of the past. It's a warning for the future. So, what really brought these once great societies to their knees? Let's uncover the secrets behind their downfall. Today, we will talk about what caused the fall of ancient civilizations. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. Environmental changes and natural disasters. One of the most common reasons civilizations fell was because of environmental collapse. A sudden change in the environment could be devastating, especially in ancient times when survival depended heavily on farming, fresh water, and predictable seasons. The ancient Mesopotamians, who lived between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, faced increasing problems with salinization, where over-irrigation turned fertile land into salty, barren soil. As their crops failed, cities weakened and populations dropped. In Central America, the Maya civilization suffered long droughts that dried up their water supplies and ruined their crops. Without food and water, their massive city-states were abandoned one by one. Archaeological evidence shows the same pattern in other parts of the world. Dust storms, deforestation, and climate shifts often played silent but deadly roles in a civilization's fall. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and floods could destroy entire cities overnight. Ancient Minoan civilization, centered on the island of Crete, was devastated by the eruption of the Thera volcano. It triggered tsunamis and destroyed coastal towns. They never fully recovered. These examples show how nature, powerful and unpredictable, could bring even the most advanced civilizations to their knees. War and invasion. War has always been a major force in the rise and fall of empires. When one civilization grows strong, others feel threatened or jealous. Conquest becomes inevitable. Sometimes it's an outside invasion. Other times it's internal conflict, with factions turning against each other. The Roman Empire, once the most powerful in the world, collapsed partly due to constant attacks from outside tribes, like the Visigoths and Vandals. But Rome's biggest enemy was itself. Corruption, civil wars, and overextension of its armies weakened it from the inside long before the final fall. Ancient Egypt also faced multiple invasions from the Sea Peoples, the Assyrians, the Persians, and eventually the Romans. Each time, its power weakened a little more, until it was no longer a sovereign civilization. Even mighty civilizations can be brought down by a single war if they are unprepared or already weakened by other problems. Economic collapse. Money, trade, and resources are the backbone of any civilization. When a society runs out of wealth, food, or trade partners, it begins to crumble from within. The collapse of the Western Roman Empire was heavily tied to economic decay. Their vast empire was expensive to maintain. Heavy taxation crushed the middle class. Inflation ran wild. The once thriving economy became a burden instead of a strength. In the Indus Valley, one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, economic decline led to a massive drop in population and activity. Trade with Mesopotamia stopped, cities were abandoned, and their complex urban planning disappeared. When money stops flowing, jobs disappear, infrastructure fails, and people leave. Economic ruin has been a silent killer of countless empires. Political corruption and weak leadership. A strong civilization needs strong leaders. But history shows us that leadership often turns into tyranny, and order becomes chaos. In ancient Rome, power struggles became a deadly game. Emperors rose and fell within months. Some were murdered by their own guards. Loyalty to the empire gave way to personal ambition. Without trustworthy leaders, the system broke down. The same happened in ancient China during the fall of the Han Dynasty. Corrupt officials, rebellion, and poor governance led to the collapse of one of China's greatest golden ages. When the people lose faith in their rulers, can rot a civilization from the inside, making it vulnerable to enemies, economic collapse, and civil unrest. Disease and epidemics. When a deadly disease sweeps through a society, it can change everything. Cities, once crowded and full of life, become silent. Workers die. Food can't be grown or delivered. Fear spreads faster than the illness itself. The Antonine Plague in the Roman Empire killed millions, including soldiers and emperors. This weakened the empire's military and economy, and its population never fully recovered. The Justinian Plague, another devastating pandemic, killed as much as half the population of the Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantium. Even with strong leadership, the empire couldn't recover quickly from the loss of so many lives. Ancient civilizations didn't understand how diseases spread. They didn't have vaccines or modern medicine. So when a plague arrived, it often meant doom, cultural decay, and loss of identity. Civilizations can also fall when they lose the values and identity that once held them together. When traditions are forgotten, when citizens no longer believe in the same ideals, or when society becomes divided by class, religion, or race, things fall apart. The people of ancient Greece, once united in philosophy and art, eventually split into rival city-states. Athens and Sparta fought each other in long, bitter wars. That inner conflict weakened Greece, making it easier for outsiders like Macedonia, and eventually Rome to take over. In the later years of Rome, Roman identity faded. Foreign soldiers filled the armies. Loyalty to the empire turned into loyalty to gold. The Roman dream was dying, even before the empire fell. A civilization is more than cities and armies. It's a shared belief system. When that belief fades, so does the civilization. Overexpansion and lack of control. Empires that grow too fast often lose control. Managing distant lands requires resources, soldiers, and trust. But when an empire gets too big, it becomes fragile. The Roman Empire is the most famous example. It stretched from Britain to the Middle East, but long borders meant constant attacks. Troops were stretched thin. Communication was slow. Local leaders acted on their own. Eventually, Rome lost control of the outer provinces, and then the center fell. Lessons for today. Why do these ancient stories matter today? Because modern civilization is not immune to the same dangers. Climate change, war, political division, pandemics, and economic instability still threaten our world. Echoes of the past. The ruins of ancient civilizations whisper a powerful message. They tell us that greatness is fragile, that no matter how advanced or powerful a society becomes, it can fall if it forgets the very foundations that made it strong. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.